Hi. Of course, as soon as I start my freaking live stream, a giant truck has to exist. Hello. Um, it's holiday step down day 2. So, if you join with me on Thanksgiving Day, the whole idea behind this is we're going to undo all the damage that we just did on Thanksgiving. We're going to gradually step down into fasting over the course of about 4 days. And by the time, and then we're going to transition from that into rolling 72s, should you wish to do so. I will be doing so. And then from there, um, we're going to feel good about ourselves and be healthier and look better just in time for Christmas. You may think, oh, it's too late. It's not possible. I should just continue to eat various shades of pie every day because fuck it. But you don't have to do that. It actually is possible to feel better, look better, and be healthier in time for Christmas. And it's not even that hard. You're going to love this because you're going to find out what you're capable of. You're going to strengthen your willpower muscles. Hey, Jimmy. And you're going to um, just be amazed at yourself and feel like a superhero in time for Christmas instead of feeling like you lost control again this year, you didn't meet your goals again this year, and then you start 2023 feeling like a schlub and probably looking like one. It doesn't have to be that way, okay? So just I'm sorry, Alondra didn't get the notification for the live stream. Maybe because I did it super fast. I didn't schedule it in advance this time. I just went for it. Okay. So if you started with me on Thanksgiving Day, this started at whatever time you stopped eating on Thanksgiving Day. So if you stopped eating at 3 p.m., good for you. If you stopped eating at 8 p.m., like me. So basically, their first 24 hours started right then. We just did 24 hours of keto. So I ate the fatty part of a steak, and I ate some leftover deviled eggs, and I ate, what else did I eat? I think that's about it. I didn't have any artificial sweeteners. I drink a lot of water. I had some cream in my coffee, and I ate very little because keto tends to do that to you, especially when you're used to doing it. You're just going to roll right in. Okay. So we had 24 hours of keto, and now we're doing 24 hours of fat fasting. What do I mean when I say fat fasting? I mean, technically you're taking in calories, but they are pure fat. And what that does is that keeps your insulin from spiking, but you're still taking in food and you feel some nourishment and you don't feel too hungry. So, like, for example, I just had coffee with cream in it, heavy cream in it. Um, if I feel like later, like, oh, I want to eat, I'm not ready to fast yet, this sucks, I might have some more coffee with heavy cream. One little trick that I do is I take butter, like some really good high quality butter like Kerrygold, and I sprinkle some coarse salt on it so it's the big flakes and makes it kind of crunchy. And I'll like eat a little pat of butter with the crunchy. And like it sounds kind of gross, but like when you're super hungry, I swear to God, it's good. And then that'll kind of tide you over because you may still feel, God, I hate automobiles. I don't have a good place to do this. I'm sorry. Um, so you may still feel kind of snacky and like, my body wants glucose, but you won't actually be hungry, okay? Because fat is very satiating. So it's going to help you a lot. So we're doing that today. This is our second 24 hours. And then, so today at about, I don't know, 6 o'clock, I will cut that off. Tomorrow is the big freaking day. Robin, I will answer your question in just a second. Tomorrow's the big freaking day. And that's because we are taking in nothing tomorrow except like black coffee or tea, should you wish to do so, and water, and very important, snake juice. Where's my snake juice? It's out here. This is a more or less liter container. It's like 32 ounces, so we're just a couple ounces shy of a liter. I have 2 of these a day. Okay, so the snake juice recipe is in the, and my daughter got a Batman sticker after getting a shot, and I'm sorry, Spider-Man. It's been a day already. That's Spider-Man, Mort Spider-Man, and I don't know, it's on there. So look at the recipe. If you go to my group, it's in the media files. Basically, you're going to take 2 liters of water, and to that 2 liters, you're going to add, I think this is right, 1 teaspoon of potassium chloride. That is on supermarket shelves. If you look rough, oh my God, I hate cars. If you look roughly where the salt is, you'll see a product called no salt. That is a salt substitute, and it's potassium chloride. You put a teaspoon of that and a teaspoon of baking soda and a half teaspoon of regular salt. And if you're doing 1 liter at a time, like I am, just cut that in half. Okay, obviously. And you want to drink 2 liters of that every day that you don't eat. Okay, so if you don't eat, you need 2 liters of snake juice. This is snake juice. I did not come up with this recipe. Okay, this is Cole Robinson, the snake diet guy. This is his recipe. He also sells the packets. They're super expensive. If you're lazy, you can buy the packets. I'm not affiliated. I get nothing. He makes money off of that. Whatever. But you can do what I do and make it for yourself at home for pennies. Now, snake juice tastes like shit. It's disgusting. It tastes like garbage water. If you can't force yourself to choke it down, add a little bit of lemon juice. I don't really recommend this because since you're supposed to sip it all day, the lemon juice will erode your tooth enamel. Now, I sometimes add lemon juice anyway. Another alternative to that is instead of putting salt, you can 86 the sodium chloride, the table salt, and you can put in about 1/4 cup of pickle juice per liter. Okay. The pickle juice, like if you don't like pickles, obviously don't try this. I've seen people be like, the pickle juice was gross, bruh, but I don't like pickles. Well, no shit, you know? So do lemon or do something else. What you should not do is add some kind of artificial sweetener to this because it's going to make you, first of all, it's going to trigger some insulin release. Depending on who you are, your specific situation, it may be a little or a lot. You don't want that. It's also going to make you crave sweets. So, or you could just sack up and drink the snake juice. And yes, it tastes like ball sweat, but you're going to live. You do need it. Now, I've gotten into situations where my electrolytes were depleted. It is unpleasant. And I've seen other people get into situations where their electrolytes were depleted. Cole Robinson, the snake diet guy, was coaching a chick who weighed over 500 pounds, and you would think that she had a massive stores of electrolytes, but after a few months of eating 2 meals a week, she actually ended up in the hospital with hypokalemia. That's potassium deficiency. And if she hadn't had all that excess fat protecting her, she could have died. It'll stop your heart. Don't fuck around with your electrolytes, okay? Just drink the snake juice. You need it. On days that you don't eat any food, drink snake juice. All right. Establish that. So tomorrow, ball sweat. So tomorrow, when you're doing this water and snake juice fast, what are you going to experience? Well, it's going to be easier than if you just jump straight into it because you did a day of keto and you did a day of fat fasting. So you've been transitioning your body into burning fat. Now your body's going to start burning your own fat. Dope. But it's going to be kind of hard. You're going to miss drinking tasty things and eating, and it's going to be difficult. So what do I recommend? I recommend that you suffer through the first day. It's going to be so hard for many of you, especially if you're not very experienced fasters. Tomorrow is going to be the hardest day. For some of you, it may be the hardest day of any diet program that you've ever done. I doubt it. Actually, my first day of fasting was 10,000 times easier than my easiest day of doing low cal and low fat back in the day. I remember at one point doing the cabbage soup diet, and I thought I was going to gnaw my own fucking arm off. That's because fasting is a unique physiological state. You get into ketosis. Your body is feeding off your own fat. So you're going to feel more satiated. Also, your insulin and blood sugar are steady, so you're not going to be on that blood sugar roller coaster craving glucose, all right? So make peace in your heart right now with the fact that the next day or two might be hard, might be really hard. Just expect it and remember, think of all of the hard things that you've done in your life and be like, dude, I can do 24 hours of difficult. If you've got to walk around the block, if you've got to do a crossword puzzle, if you've got to, I find sex to be really distracting in those situations. It allows you to do something with your body and your mind. It gets your mind off food completely. If you have a significant other, do that with them. I'm not recommending you go out and like pull a random. I'm just saying, like, if you have a, you know, whatever, then do that. They'll probably be happy about it, and so will you. Drink water, drink snake juice, drink black coffee, drink black tea, but don't eat food for 24 hours. You can do this. So after that, we're going to transition into a day of dry fasting for those of you who are interested in doing that. I don't recommend that you do it if you're not an experienced faster. If you're new to this, you don't need to just jump right into dry fasting. You're going to have a bad time. But if you've done some fasting or even some dry fasting, then yeah, we're going to do a 20, well, even like an intermittent dry fast, and it's going to be freaking dope. So probably what I'll do is I'll have black coffee, water, snake juice in the morning till about 10 or 11 a.m. And then I won't have anything to drink until the next morning. You're going to get astounding weight loss results, and no, you're not going to die. You're going to be fine. It's just like not eating. Okay, just like food is really good for you and healthy when you need it. Same thing for water, right? We're just wielding the dehydration tool like a scalpel, and we're using it in this, just a little bit of it, to basically what you're doing is you're forcing your body to access metabolic water. Guess where that is? Fat cells. All right, so I've got some comments here. I completely screwed up yesterday with my eating for those Thanksgiving carbs. Flipped the switch because those Thanksgiving carbs flipped the switch in me. Feel you. Will I ever learn? So I'm a day behind on the step down and doing my keto day today. Thank you. Yeah, that's fine. If you're a day behind, who cares? You're a day behind, you know? Like once we transition into the rolling 72s, you can, do a 48 instead to catch up, or you can shave a day off your 96 that we're doing right now, like whatever, like you can just catch up with the program. I do recommend you do that at some point sooner rather than later, rather than just stay like a day behind. It'll just be better because then you can be with like the cohort and like tune into the videos for the motivation on the right day and all that stuff. And everyone else is talking about ball sweat. Okay, cool. As long as we're getting to the important stuff. So we know where we are. We know what to expect. We're feeling good about it. I hope I'm feeling good about it. I love starting a long fast. It's like such a great feeling of it's like that I'm at the starting line. I'm pumped feeling. And it makes me feel good to know that like in a few days, I'm going to look in the mirror and I'm going to look better and I'm going to feel better. And I'm just going to have that like feeling of accomplishment and pride. And like, yes, I did it. Like it's totally worth it. And you just have to keep your eyes there. Think of something that motivates you. Maybe it's a dress that you've been wanting to buy. Maybe it's a dude that you've been wanting to talk to. Maybe it's an event that you've been wanting to go to and be like the hottest biatch there, right? Jimmy says, I decided to do water only. Tomorrow at 5 will end my 72. I'm glad I have someone to do this with. Thank you. Okay, cool. So he just went right to water only. If you're experienced with it, that's fine. He's been fasting for a while. He's got plenty of body fat to work with. Good stuff. So that's where we're at. We're transitioning into water and snake juice fasting tomorrow. If you have any questions, comment them below. What else do I have for you? Oh, I'm about to do another live stream on Rolling 72s because people have really been tuning into my video on Rolling 72s on YouTube. I want to talk a little bit more about it, and I want to go deep dive into that subject before we begin the 8 72s in a row in a few days. So if you want to stay tuned for that, it'll be coming up in just a few minutes. If you want to buy me a Starbucks once a month, subscribe to my Patreon. It is patreon.com/primal weight loss. If you aren't subscribed to me on YouTube, it's youtube.com/primal weight loss. If you want to find me on Facebook, my Facebook group is Primal Weight Loss. Make sure you look for the group instead of the page. The page is stupid. I'm on Instagram as Carnivore Kristen. I am on Twitter as Fast Carnivore. And where the hell else am I? I guess that's enough for right now. But anyway, you know where to find me. And I will see you guys really soon. Hang in there.